Good morning, welcome back. My name's Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think that I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. Today is Friday. I don't know the date, it's not important. Today's the day we go and pick up the stuff from the auction that we won yesterday or the day before. And we got some really lovely stuff, so I'm quite excited to get it. It's 8 o'clock and we really want to set off about 9, but I haven't done my parcels and could really do with getting them done before we go. So that's the thing. Yesterday, I had my doctor's appointment, and before I went, for those of you who are new here, I've had this rash on my hands and other places. And before I went, I got really nervous because I thought, do you know what? I feel like it's going to be one of those doctor's appointments where you go and they fob you off with a cream and go, yeah, it'll be fine. But it was a doctor I haven't seen before. She was really, really lovely. And she said she didn't quite know what it was, but she was going to go investigate further, send off photos to dermatologists and that kind of thing. So I felt like I wasn't fobbed off, which is a good feeling. So that's that. Right, I need to get these parcels done, so I will catch up with you in a bit. Hello. Where's Ed? Where is he? Is he still outside? Is he still outside? Eddie, are you coming in? Eddie? Eddie, are you coming? Are you coming? In your own time? Good boy. Come on, let's go inside. Well done.
Is that about it? That tray as well? Or...
No, it's this.
Huh?
It's the tray.
It's theirs, is it? Yeah.
That's everything.
Bits, yeah. There's those cloth bags behind you.
There we go.
You ready?
Yeah. Sure where to put that. I think I might ask you to position it.
I'll sort it. All right.
Yeah. We did it. It's not the most practical auction house for parking. Literally, they've got no parking, and it's a really tight road. So luckily, we managed to get everything in, and we're off home again. Hooray! Benji's very excited. Right, Benji? Thrilled. So, we've got everything out of the car and onto our dining room table because obviously we don't need to eat at any point. So this is what we got from the auction, and it totaled nearly £300. There's this, and then we also got a shelf unit for the new booth that we're getting soon. But yeah, some really lovely stuff. There's some lovely pieces of studio pottery, really, really lovely pieces. There's some nice brass, including these brass jardinières that are all engraved, really lovely. Obviously the wooden horses, I love those. And there's these, not sure, are they ducks? They look more like moorhens, don't they? But these are nice. Some more brass bits here. Lots of wood and treen. Lovely Buddha at the back there, can you see him? And that's nice, religious carving. It's a really nice one. Yeah, some really, really lovely stuff. I think these are an absolute winner, the brass planters. And then the studio pottery, some really interesting stuff. Look at this one, so unusual. It's like a vase within a vase. I'm going to have to do some research, whether it's a known potter, I don't know, but really lovely jug there. And then this unusual bottle with a stopper in the top. Absolutely chuffed to bits, because there's some really, really nice things. And Darren's done a bit of a tot up, and he thinks sort of listing price probably up to £1,000, depending on where we're selling it and how we're selling it and things. But yeah, very pleased with all of that. Can you see anything that stands out? Really lovely wooden tray there. Oh, have you seen this? It's like a big carved lion. So cool. And I love the studio pottery. Look at this one. And that one. Do they have any maker's marks? Oh, there is something there, so I can do a bit of research. This looks like Wade. It is Wade. And two little Chinese vases there as well. So yeah, should keep me busy for a little while. So we didn't want to leave all that stuff all over the dining room table, so we've had a really good sort out. Quite a lot of it is going to the new booth when we get that. So that's in the conservatory at the moment. We've moved all that into there. I've put some of it here, some of the pottery here, and some of the stuff is just down here in boxes and bags. And I've just listed this Burley bowl. I've listed it for 55 quid, so fingers crossed, hopefully, with a bit of luck. And now I'm going to get on with doing a bit more listing. In a few minutes, I'll show you some things I've picked out. But first, I thought I'd give you a little peek at what else we did today since we come back. Darren said, "Do you want a hand sorting out your office?" So I said, "Yeah, please." So all this stuff that was here has been condensed and tidied to there. And I had a light box for taking photos here. But I never got on with it. I didn't like the light it sort of produced. So put a little tablecloth on my table. These shelves I had ready to go to Louth, so that's why they've got a price ticket on them. But this is where I store my stuff ready to go on my website. As I'm collecting things thinking, oh, that'd be nice for my website, I put it on there. So I wanted something I could still do that, because it's a kind of like a holding area for me. So you got a sneaky peek of some of the things that are going on soon. So yeah, it's looking a lot better in here. And that picture is one that has sold, so that will be packed probably Monday now. So here we go. I've got a little collection of things. I'm going to do Christmas first. I was thinking about it today, and I'm thinking the majority of the Christmas stuff will stay on for a few, well into November. I don't know, at some point I want to do a Christmas display at Louth with stuff that I've got. So if you want something, get it now, don't wait till December, because it might not be on anymore, because I'll be doing Christmas stuff there. So the idea is I give it to you, you get an option first, and then I try my other ways of selling. But I've still got, this is a little selection, I've still got more. I've still got more. Right, we'll start with Christmas. A couple of tins. I've got this one, the Grinch tin of Christmas treats. Don't know where it was from. 2024, so it's not that old. It does have this. I think it obviously had some sort of label on there, but that seems faded and this doesn't, so I'm not quite sure, because it's not sticky or anything. But that is a cool tin, isn't it not? Is it not? So that one will go on. Then I've got these cute little ones. They're like egg-shaped ones, but they're definitely Christmas. Look, there's Father Christmas hanging his suit on the washing line. There's that. And then this one, he's walking his dog. And made in, hang on, old lady magnifying glass, made in Switzerland. Can I open it? There we go. Oh, it's got a bit of a sticky sticker inside. Made in Switzerland. Did it say anything else? UK design, England. So it's obviously designed in England, made in Switzerland. So that's that one. And is that one the same? Yeah, they both say the same. So that's those. I'll do those together. And then we have a tin, a Christmas tin. And there's a little giveaway there. Looks German? No? Not sure what language. That is the inside. You can see the little music box there. But isn't that sweet? The little musical. So there's that one. Then I've got a couple of mugs. There's this vintage one. Pause for thought. 1993 Britannia Gift Company. And then it just says made in England underneath. Isn't that cute? It's that one. And then I've got this slightly more modern one, but traditional Father Christmas mug with a matching coaster. Oops. That's those two. And then a cherub, hanging cherub. Sort of made out of resin, I think. I think that's resin. There is that. I've got a set of bells. They're really, really heavy, very clunky, very solid. I mean, they may not be Christmassy, but they look like Christmas trees, so that's why I thought they'd go with Christmas stuff. But yeah, really, really heavy, really like solid brass. Put those carefully down there. Then I've got a smoker. So here, whoop. Oh God, I'm so clumsy today. Pop you on your legs. Get hold of you with two hands. There. So he's got his pipe. He's got his backpack. The smoke will come out of his mouth. And then that's where you put the little pyramid incense. That's the inside. But yeah, isn't that lovely? So that's that one. And then I've got this big nutcracker, decorative nutcracker. Now he is a little bit bashed and stuff. He's got a chip out of his crown here. He's a little bit worn here. I have a feeling he should have had something in his hand because there's a rough bit here, so he might have had a staff or something. But he's still a really cool nutcracker. Isn't that cool? I love that. He's a cool looking thing. So that's all the Christmassy stuff, not too much today. So I've picked out some of the stuff from the auction lots to put on my website. But the first one isn't from those auction lots. This one's I picked up, I don't know, last week or the week before. It is a pair of brass deer. So one with antlers, one without, one looking up, one looking down. But they look lovely together, especially on a sort of autumnal display or a mantelpiece. But aren't they lovely? Very sort of mid-century, 60s, 70s, isn't it? I put those there carefully. Right, so these bits that were amongst the auction lots. First of all, I've got this lovely box, which has these brass embellishments. You see all the way around. If I do it like that, you can see it's really, really nice. And then they go all the way around the outside as well. And then lift the lid off and it's like that. That's the underneath. Just really like that. Really, really nice. Love the detail on these brass embellishments. So that's that one. Another little box is this one. It does seem to have sort of watermarks or this, I'm not quite sure, maybe the varnish is rubbed off a bit, but it's still really, really nice. And look at all the engraving around here. It's really nice. This bit's a bit loose on the top, but I've looked and it's still well attached. I think it was probably always like that. That's the inside. That's that. It almost looks like it's been like lime washed or something. But I think maybe the wood is just this light colour and it's worn away. That's that one. Then I've got this lovely brass planter, which is pierced all the way around the top. It's got sort of a scalloped edge there with a piercing there. And then engraved all over. Absolutely stunning. And then even along the bottom here, it's almost a rope effect that goes all the way around. So you imagine your house plant in that is going to look stunning. That's the inside. That is the bottom. I'm expecting this is probably from India. Now this is vintage, used and handmade, so it does have like slight imperfections, as in I can feel that it's maybe slightly dented there, but it's overall it's in really good condition. So there's that one. And then I've got these two vases which are similar but different. So I've got that one and I've got that one. So this unusual sort of flattened shape. They're both like this, but this one has got this raised embossed sort of area which feels rougher, like a salt glaze, whereas underneath there is a more shiny gloss glaze. This reminds me of Tremor pottery, but I don't think it is. And it's I can't see a maker's mark on it, and I haven't done any research yet. If I find anything out, then I will add it to the listing on my website. I just think that's really interesting, really textural. I mean, if you look at it that way, it could be an eye. But yeah, so that's the first one. And then the second one is like this. So again, has this smoother glaze here, although it's very sort of uneven in texture. The glaze is more smooth, and then this is rougher, like a matte finish to this bobbled effect. Yeah, I love that. And again, it's that shape. Whether it's the same maker, I don't know, but this one has got like a C there, looks like, and then on the back there looks like BR. It's really interesting, really unusual, and I don't know, it reminds me sort of the seaside, and so the sort of textures that are left behind by the sea, or sand and grit and shells and all that sort of thing. It's just really, really nice with those neutral tones as well. And it's interesting that they've gone for whoever's lot it was, that they've got two in a similar shape. And that's it for today. Okay, having done some research on the potter that produced these two vases, it is the same potter. It's Bernard Rook, born in 1938, I think in Ipswich, somewhere like that. And he's quite a famous chap. He's exhibited in the Victoria and Albert and various other museums and galleries and stuff. His work is sought after in Sweden and Norway and USA. So yeah, really, really chuffed bits to have some really good works. He's known for his brutalist style in both ceramics and paintings. And in his later years, he concentrated on designs and paintings and prints and stuff. And I think his sons went in to help with the production of them. But yeah, just really, really pleased with those. So I'm actually quite excited about doing the research on the bits of pottery I've got over there, but also the pottery that I've got for the booth over in the conservatory. I'm really looking forward to doing a bit of research on those. That's always the best bit about auctions and bringing stuff back from car boots, is you get back and then you get to have a proper look at it, because you always have to make a snap decision, whether it's going to a car boot and picking something up and going, yeah, I'll have it, and buying it, or whether you go to an auction and you see a whole load of things and you kind of have to make a decision there and then whether you're going to bid on it. Unless you're one of these people who examines everything really carefully, takes photos, goes home, does the research and then bids. Maybe that's sensible. But that's not the way I do it. Yeah, very excited about that. So Darren started working on this stuff. A lot of this is from the auction, but some of it isn't. But I'll give you another closer look. This is lovely. I really like this. It's a heavy piece. Wonder if that's marked. Don't know. With one hand, I have to be so careful. This one's nice. Again, really, really heavy. Will that have a mark on it? Well, yeah, there's something there, isn't there? And this one is really, really unusual. I think I showed you earlier how it's got like a vase within a vase, but they're two different glazes. So this has got a browny, rough glaze, almost like a salt glaze, and then you've got this beautiful blue inside. Just really unusual. And then this bottle with the top. So he's sorting through this slot to go in the booth at Louth when we get it at the beginning of November. Are those the shelves that we got to help fit out the booth? We bought these at the car boot the other day. And then here's all paintings and things that are ready to go, pictures and prints, all priced up, ready to go. So we're getting there, but it'll be nice when we get the space, and then we can move things in and see what else we need to get to fill the space. That was a delivery that came today, another auction of sort of army surplus stuff. And Eddie's a very good helper. Aren't you, Eddie? You're a good helper, aren't you? We don't know where the other two are, although I can hear footsteps. Is he coming?
didn't they?
I meant the other two.
Ah, right, I see.
There's one. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Where's she gone? Oh, I can hear her coming. There she is. Hello, Jenny. It's getting dark now, so it's going to be difficult for me to do any listing, taking photos, and it's also going to be difficult for me to video because it's getting dark. I know I can put lights on, but you know, who wants harsh lighting? I want to say thank you to Evelyn and Jacqueline for ordering on my website. Really appreciate that. And I'm going to round up. I'm going to work on this stuff that I've just shown you, get that listed on my website, and then get ready for the weekend. No car boot tomorrow. The weather forecast isn't looking good, so it's a weekend off. So I will see you sometime next week. Take care, stay safe. Thank you.